The legendary Abbey Road Studios has recorded countless musicians of all the genres since its founding in 1931. So from Stevie Wonder and Sting to Amy Winehouse and Tony Bennett, and there's so many more. But it was made famous by, you know who, the Beatles, who recorded most of their music there. So you may remember they named an album after its location. Well, there's a new documentary, I love this title, If These Walls Could Sing, shares the story of the legendary recording studio through the eyes of the people who created the music there. Here's a clip.
I don't remember the first time I came here. This is me in Studio 2, a photograph taken by my mum, who was a photographer, and was in a band with my dad. I want to tell the story of some of the iconic recordings made here over the last 9 decades, from classical to pop to film scores.
Well, the director is Mary McCartney. You know the name, you just heard, grew up near the studio that her dad, that would be Sir Paul McCartney, helped put it on the map. She's also, listen to Mary's credentials, she's a renowned photographer, she's a cookbook author, and she's got her own cooking show. Mary McCartney, you are not busy. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
We're so glad that you're here on our last day.
You're here live,
Yeah, we're really glad to have you here.
It's been a good year for me this year.
Has it been a good year?
Yeah, I've enjoyed this year. It's gone fast, but I've really enjoyed it.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, tell us why.
Well,
and we are going to talk about your documentary, but first we want to talk about you.
The cooking show.
Yeah,
I had an amazing exhibition, photographic exhibition at Chateau Lacoste in France, and the documentary. So, career-wise, and everyone's getting back together. I'm here in real life. I came on before.
Yeah, you were in a Zoom.
I'm a chemistry person. I like to see people in real life.
Us too.
Yeah.
So as we get ready to close out 2022, and we're talking about holiday traditions.
Yes.
And what you all did you all have holiday traditions growing up in the McCartney house?
Yeah, we're very traditional. We do Christmas. And so we all sort of put the tree. I mean, we do a lot of fairy lights. A lot of fairy lights. So
a lot of what are you
December,
calling
like the lights.
Yeah.
So the tree is not like those white lights. Our tree is like multicoloured lights, all decorations that we've collected over the years. We like to sort of go quite big on the decorating.
Is that when you were growing up with Paul and Linda?
Yeah, with Dad. Like, literally, I saw Dad last weekend and everything is up. Even, like, sort of little toys that you press that sing silly songs. New Year's Eve, we'd always go to Liverpool growing up. You know, it's a big family feel. So we would go out 12 o'clock. We'd be with the family having a big house party. All my cousins and uncles and aunts and all their friends.
I love that,
And
Mary.
then 12 o'clock, we'd all go out into the street and join arms and do Auld Lang Syne.
That's
I like
a great
that.
tradition.
Do you and your dad ever cook together? I know your show,
Yes.
Mary McCartney, serves it up. Can Paul McCartney cook?
He can cook, but his job usually is to make the cocktail. He makes his Macarita. Which you can see it in there's a celebration episode on the cooking show where I cook everything that we would have for a traditional meal and he makes the Macarita. And it's actually, it was so well filmed that when he came into the kitchen and the lighting was all nice and sort of festive, that we were talking, and then I looked in to talk to the camera, to talk to the viewer, and he was like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
That's when you know it's a good shoot.
So your show is about hosting get-togethers.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of get-togethers that's going to happen now and moving forward. What are your biggest tips?
Biggest tips are, I love to do things to prepare ahead because I don't want to be stressed when I'm hanging out with friends. So prepare ahead. I like simple things but with quite a flavour impact. And shortcuts.
Shortcuts, we love that.
Shortcuts.
You made no shortcuts with your documentary, Mary.
Yeah,
you made none.
Thank you, thank you.
So there you were as a baby, not picking up much other than the dust on the floor. Now that you're grown up and a director and you went through all these interviews and all these archival footage, what surprised you the most?
Well, first of all, I didn't know it was 90 years. And,
I didn't either.
I mean, all of it surprised me. I live nearby, so I see people crossing, there's zebra crossing all the time. But I've gone in over the years to visit people and working there. I know the people that work there. But 90 years, it's literally from 31. And it's a thriving, busy studio now. So
yeah.
Elton John, I mean, some of the really, I've sort of scattered it. There's a lot of Beatles because they recorded all their albums. They're at bar Let It Be. But like Elton John was a session musician there, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. So there are great stories with them.
It really is such an iconic place, but what it must mean to your family.
Yeah.
What did your dad tell you about it growing up? What did you think about it?
Well, we used to just go there because when the Beatles broke up, Wings would record there too.
Mm-hmm. His band, yeah.
Yeah, and then my mum was in the band as well. I mean, one of the reasons that I've done this documentary, I was approached by the producer, and I have this memory of a picture of my mum leading a pony across the zebra crossing because she loved animals so much. So I needed to do it because I was like, so literally we went there that much.
Wow.
She went one day and was like, let's bring the pony. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah. Beatles music is great for family get-togethers because like everybody loves Beatles music. It's big in my household. Do you guys ever listen to the Beatles at home during the holidays? Yeah.
Yeah, we do lots of playlists. We actually listen to quite festive. Dad has a Christmas playlist, so
he does?
We do that. But always music on.
Please share Dad's Christmas playlist.
I mean,
That'll
poor
be
Dad,
popular.
though, like growing up.
Yeah.
Like we'd go to the recording studio, but growing up, like we'd be watching TV and he'd come in and we'd be like, he'd be playing something. We're like, Dad, could you like... We're watching TV. And then he'd be like...
Dad, just stop.
You guys are the only ones who would do that.
And he would say that, you know, I do it with my kids then, though you can't get arrested around your kids. So he was sort of like, do you know how many people... It was like, can you go to their house, please? Because we are trying to watch it.
Take that to the studio.
Poor guy.
Gosh, Dad.
Mary McCartney, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Great to have you
Pleasure.
here. That documentary,
Happy
If
New
These
Year to
Walls
you.
Could
Happy New
Sing,
Year.
is out now on Disney+.